sky. Be humble, be hungry, be loved. Be humble, be hungry, be loved. Blame is not the game, map is not the terrain. Hear that call and feel the earth, find your own way. Just keep your head up, lift your heart to the sky. Just keep your head up, lift your heart to the sky. Be humble, be hungry, be loved. 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 It's calling from the future, an echo of an ancient past. To all the peaceful warriors who hear this call at last. Just keep your head up, lift your heart to the sky. Just keep your head up, lift your heart to the sky. Just keep your head up, lift your heart to the sky. Just keep your head up and lift your heart to the sky.
Good morning, and welcome to Unity of the Keys Spiritual Center. My name is not Sherry Reed. My name is Aaron Andes. We will be joined by Reverend Daybree via Zoom for this alternative service today. Welcome to this spiritual center. This is a place of love and hope and safety and acceptance. We will be food for the hungry, living water for the thirsty. We are so glad that you are here. You are invited, you are loved. Come on in, we've been waiting on you. We are the church, and now you are the church. Our intention is to be the church of first century Christians, following the ways and teachings of the one known as Jesus Christ, the one we call our elder brother, the one who has shown and continues to show us how to be in this world. How to be is to be a center of love and hope and safety and acceptance. At Unity, we see ourselves as culturally Christian. It is our heritage, and spiritually inclusive, for we know that there are truth teachings in all faith traditions, in all ways of expressing life. You have joined us today on what we call an alternative Sunday service called the Spiritual Cafe, with the subtitle of Sacred Abundance. Happenings. Please check out all the happenings on our Spotlight Bulletin. If you did not receive one, our usher Larry would love to give you one. And always check out on our back table of events and our weekly email blast newsletter, so you can find out what's happening on the email. We have kindness rocks. Please share them, distribute them widely. Pick some up today off your cafe table, infuse and bless them with your love and spread the love all around the Keys. Each of you are our Kindness Rocks ambassadors. We have 3 wonderful opportunities to enjoy weekly prayer groups online. In Unity, we very much believe in the power of prayer, so check those out. There's a little hint on the screen. The ongoing Reverend Evelyn Casper mortgage-free campaign has significantly reduced our mortgage, leaving us at a current balance of only $88,000. And this year, we have an exciting vision for our mortgage-free campaign. Mortgage-free arrives in 2025. We have received an offer by an anonymous donor to significantly contribute to this cause. Now, through Easter on April 20th, you have the opportunity to be a part of this final payoff of the mortgage on our church property. If you would like to join in, please note that in addition to your usual contribution, the amount you would like to go toward the final payoff campaign. Our mortgage-free arrives in 2025. This is amazing, and we are grateful. In Unity, the Lenten season is a time to practice letting go of worries and renewing our awareness of the good that always surrounds us. Release and renew. There are 40 days in Lent, so that gives you 40 opportunities to release at least 40 things that no longer serve you, representing the releasing of old, worn out, no longer appropriate beliefs. Drop your 40 days of giveaways in the collection box located in our entry hallway, and we will distribute them to the proper charities. Thank you. Everyone is welcome to stay for snacks after service. Thank you, Robin, for your generous hospitality. We are thrilled to welcome children to Unity during Sunday service. Might you or someone you know be interested in assisting Lee with the children on Sunday mornings? It is a paid assistant position, or you would be willing to volunteer from time to time. Please speak with Lee today after the service. Now is a great time to remind you to turn off your cell phone or mute your microphone if you're on Zoom, please. Also, like in a movie theater, please place your phones away and refrain from texting during the service. If possible, creating a soothing and environment free from distractions.
Well, good morning. We're doing our final day of the spiritual abundance. So we are going to, it's kind of playing the greatest hits of the last month is how we do it. So we're going to start off a little Janice Stanfield, a little I'm Not Lost, I Am Exploring.
Afraid of either one. For every tear I've cried, there's a smile that I have earned. For every mile I walk, there's a lesson I learned. I am not lost, I am exploring. Life is an adventure worth enjoying, though I may not know where I'm going. I am not lost, I am exploring. I am not lost, I am exploring. All of us are headed for the same destination, so why not blaze a trail that has imagination? I am not lost, I am exploring. Life is an adventure worth enjoying, though I may not know where I'm going. I am not lost, I am exploring.
We invite our usher to bring forward our prayer chest. Within it is contained the written prayers and those communicated to us through email, on our website, or phone calls. The prayer slips are available in the seat backs or on the table next to the prayer chest. Please stand as you are able as we bring in Reverend Daybree for our opening prayer.
Thank you, Aaron. Oh, thank you, precious Spirit. Thank you for this beautiful community in which we are free to explore, to try new things, to succeed, to fail, to show up. Thank you for this beautiful community of loving souls. We bless all the prayers that are in this prayer chest. We bless the prayers that are on our hearts. Our hearts go out to all those who are facing challenges at this time. And we just infuse them with our love. We lift up the prayers of our entire world and see the truth behind every need, the divine wholeness and health, harmony and peace, love, joy. We hold this in our hearts now, knowing that it blesses us as we lift the prayer and it blesses our world. Thank you, precious Spirit, for the seen and the unseen, for the known and the unknown. For this and so much more, we are grateful. As together we say, and so it is, and so it is. Amen.
Please take a moment now for Namaste in place. You can remain standing as you are and acknowledge one another with a symbol of love. Namaste. As you take your seats, you may also acknowledge our online folks, some who are present now and others who may see today's service in the future. We send love to all. If you are new to us, this may feel very different, and it is. If you are visiting us for the first time today and have not already received a welcome packet and shell lay necklace, please see one of our ushers after the service. Thank you for being here. You bless us with your presence. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement dedicated to the ongoing awareness of spirit within all. We invite you to consider what you hear today, embrace what may work for you, and release the rest. We honor all names for God and all pathways to God. If you are a regular member of our congregation, this cafe setting may feel very different to you, and it is. Let us open our minds and hearts to a different experience, one that is about to unfold before us, one that is here to feed our souls and uplift our spirits. We now invite Ray Ruzick on Zoom to read the Absolute Daily Word.
Today's daily word is joy. Great word. Joy fills my heart and warms my soul. Today and every day, I choose to view the world through eyes of joy. This mindful practice makes even the most ordinary things seem brighter, and the things I once took for granted feel fresh and new. The energy I bring to my relationships will be infused with joy, harmony, and peace. By committing to a life of joyful intention, I will feel lighter, kinder, and more connected to the people in my life. Moments of frustration, disagreements, and disappointments may momentarily unsettle me, but they cannot take away my joy. Joy is one of the principles of my divinity. I honor my divinity each time I share my joy. As I bless myself and others with joy, I bring more love, peace, and happiness into the world. Joy fills my heart and warms my soul. The Bible reference from Psalms 118:24, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it."
Hello, you all. So we've made it this far with our sacred abundance, with our studies, with our lessons, with our love work. And here we are. We've made it to this space and this place. Hopefully, over these weeks, we've been considering a different perspective of abundance, a different view of prosperity. You may have tried out some of the sacred abundance love work or not. And today you will each have the opportunity to play with these concepts. Remember, we're exploring. So we're playing with these concepts. We are looking at these spiritual ideas and becoming clearer by the minute that abundance is indeed sacred. We are meant to live lives abundantly. We're reminded in the Gospel of John, the 10th chapter, the 10th verse, we are told that Jesus said, I came so that they could have life, indeed, so that they could live life to the fullest. I came that they may have life and have life abundantly. Abundance is scriptural. And this takes faith on our end. It takes strength. This takes love for ourselves and for our world to be brave enough to step forward and claim our birthright of good, our birthright of abundance, and living lives abundantly. We may have had to take a look at our deeply rooted beliefs about prosperity, especially as it relates to money. Now, I was raised in Indiana, in farming country, and the message I received through my family and the farming culture was one of modesty, of being humble, of never flaunting or showing off, and never being wasteful. And I reconstructed that message to mean to live life thriftily, needing less. And of course, raising 3 children, most often on my own, working full-time, keeping a roof over our head, food on the table, and shoes on their ever-growing feet, meant that I went without. And I did not resent that at all. I turned it into a game for myself. I worked in the business world. I had to dress up. And I found wonderful consignment shops and thrift stores, and I dressed well. I loved to bargain. I still love a bargain. And I still turn away from being wasteful. And it took years for me to accept that I am worthy. For the two concepts were tied together. I had a mindset of this is good enough for me that evolved into I'm not good enough to receive. It's tricky, isn't it? And that is where the value in these exercises comes in to help us uncover, to heal, and to reconstruct our beliefs about abundance, about prosperity, to recognize our worthiness, to see abundance as sacred and as our birthright, and to realize that we are lifting the energy of the world, blessing the world when we allow abundance to live in and flow from us. Now, it's interesting, the word prosper. If you look at the mid-14th century, it means to be successful, to thrive, to advance in any good thing. And it comes from Latin prosperi, which means to cause to succeed, to render happy. So you could say that prosperity simply means to make happy. Now, Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of the Unity Movement, had this to say about prosperity, found in the book Myrtle Fillmore's Healing Letters. True prosperity is not only making money or putting out goods or developing property. It is determining what our own individual soul requires in order to cause it to unfold more and more of God. And then how to harmonize its expression with the needs of our fellow men, I added women, so that we are all really benefited and inspired to unfold and express more and more of their inner spiritual resources. Myrtle goes on to talk about physical health and spiritual unfoldment, truly fullness of life as prosperity. And Eric Butterworth, in this little book, Spiritual Economics, states that God is the divine givingness of the universe, and you are created in the image likeness of this divine givingness. He also states that your true image is not something to get. It is really to discover. So sacred abundance, experiencing heaven on earth now. And so we begin. Larry and Chris will be giving you copies of today's questions for discovery in just a minute. Not quite yet, but just a minute. Our Zoom folks were sent a packet via email. And for our folks online and those who might be seeing this later, the questions will be shown on the screen. So how it works, if you haven't done this before, is you'll ask someone at the table, you'll choose someone to start. And you'll go around the table taking turns reading one question out loud, then just taking a moment or two to ponder, and then answering the question. No one has to speak if they don't want to. You only answer the questions you choose to. Go around the table one at a time, and then move on to the next question. Chris will be moving around the room, keeping the tables on task and encouraging this process. Our folks on Zoom will have their own group. No one has to share anything that they don't want to, and everyone has the opportunity to speak. Once you've shared on a question, let yourself be complete. If you've shared once on that question, let yourself be complete. You've already spoken. Let that be enough. Let each person's share stand on its own, whether you agree or disagree, or you want to elaborate. Then this approach is the most respectful to all those sharing. And then once everyone has had the opportunity to speak on a question, if they choose to do so, move on to the next one. So let's dive in.
You're all muted. Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Daybree gave me the assignment of starting the circle and reading each question. So our first, and I'll follow the order as I see you on the screen. First question, what does abundance mean to you? And then it says stretch. Come up with 3 to 5 statements. And what I have to say about abundance is listening to the prayer service that Aaron read. These prayer services are filled with abundance, pointing us in many directions where we are given life, love, joy. And I'll pass it to Carolyn.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, question number 2 is it's about guidance. Can you envision yourself actively in the God, you and I dance of abundance? I love how Daybree shared that with us for guidance. God, you and I dance. What might that look like for you? And how might that outpicture yourself in your life? And how does the God, you and I dance of abundance look like for you? I'm imagining myself dancing like the waltz.
Oh,
Joyously, huh? Nancy, did you want to read number 3, please? If you'd like.
I don't have a copy of the questions, honey.
Okay,
Jean,
I'll do. Go
weren't we,
ahead.
Jean, weren't we supposed to go around and each of us give our answers to those things?
I think so.
Oh, I apologize. I
Yes.
was stepped ahead.
So, Jean, do you want to read the question and then we can all go around and answer?
Okay. Let's read the first one again. What does abundance mean to you? Stretch. Come up with 3 to 5 statements.
Okay, I'll be very quick. Abundance to me is happiness. So that can encompass so many things. I'll let whoever's next go ahead.
Violet, do you want to?
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. Marianne?
Abundance means to me it's God. It's infinite possibility. It's what we have as our divine inheritance, as made in God's image. Stretch, come up with 3 to 5. I think those are plenty of statements. Should Ray go ahead or?
Yes.
Well, along the same lines, I think it can tie in with the daily word today of joy. Being joyful is abundant, is a wonderful thing, and also watching what God has done in your life for you, having been through some medical issues and coming out of them in pretty good shape. You know, I feel abundantly joyful and a lot of gratitude for that.
Okay. Nancy?
Thank you. Abundance to me is everything. I mean, it's just multiplies itself. It is also the surprise, wonderful happenings that happen every day. It's also, to me, it's the abundance of waking up every morning to enjoy another gorgeous God-filled day.
Lisa?
I've got a pass, but I'm happy to listen. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Okay. Now to question number 2. Can you envision yourself actively in the God, you, and I dance of abundance? And that God, you, and I, the word guidance, what might that look like for you? How might that outpicture in your life? For me, I'm pretty sure I do. No, I'll start differently. Extending love. Whatever comes forward, not to immediately tell someone what they should do, but pause and ask for guidance. Go within. And that's how I picture it.
Can I answer?
Justin?
Okay, I picture it as opening up to experiencing the flow of God's love through me so I can extend it outward. To me, that is dancing with God. In the Course in Miracles, in the workbook section 156, I walk with God in perfect holiness. To me, that is dancing with God.
Carolyn?
I love what you both said. And that's what I felt as well, because of when you put the word dance and you add God to it in abundance, it just feels like a flowing, beautiful, joyous ceremony and constant. So we're all dancing through life with God. Thank you.
Marianne?
The idea of dancing with God is it's such a joyful thing, and I think when I'm being guided by God, it's always joyful, and if I'm not in joy, I'm being guided by something else that doesn't exist really, like an ego or something the world's telling me that's just not the truth. So, what a great question, Ray.
Well, when we dance with God, we have to be in sync. Not just when you're dancing with someone, you have to be in sync with them. And, I think you know, that's the essence of it all, is to have your life in sync with God.
Nancy?
It's not only in the giving of love that we do, but it's also the input of love from other people that intertwine with your love, and how sometimes the surprising love that is directed in my direction, it brings a smile to my face, and it's like, there's God, and therefore there's the dance.
Okay, your next question. In what ways do you seek guidance from God?
Can I go?
Pardon?
Can I go?
Yes.
So aside from prayer, I like to take walks in nature. And like when I was down in Key West, I would go down to the nature walks and park my bike at the little bike racks, take my flip-flops off and walk barefoot all the way down into the sand and meditate down there. And those are some of the ways that I would try to do that. Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Viola. Nisa, do you want to give any of the answers or continue to listen?
Mostly, I really appreciate listening to what people have to say, because I feel, I can empathize with so much, especially about the happiness with abundance. But and with the dancing with God is, I hadn't really thought about it, which is why I really love this table, the talk, and these questions, because it just, then I can imagine, and I love that what you said about being in sync. When you're dancing, you need to be in sync. Beautiful. And how I hear and I'm in sync with God is like through inspiration. When I have a problem and I actually say, God help me, God help me, let me figure this out. What can I do? And then I get this inspired thought, and that's how I feel like, oh, wow, thank you, because it does come. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to say, I agree with Nisa in keeping it simple. I just take a deep breath and say help. It works every time.
Okay, now the next question. In what
Did you
way?
want to ask them? Or did you already?
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost.
That's, you know what, I just had one comment in addition to everyone else's beautiful ideas. I need to listen. You know, and it occurs to me that God is communicating all the time to me, to all of us. And I just need to be more peaceful and still and listen. Ray.
Very simply, as Justin said, ask, just ask. But as everyone else was talking about their sort of methodology, I think in order to listen, you need to get into a comfortable, quiet space where you can listen. So I think the beach and things like that are great for those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Very good.
Meditation is so important in my life. I realize that getting quiet.
It's not only the meditation and the quietness, it's the awareness and just seeing the answers when you least expect them. Being aware of your God self brings everything to the forefront.
Okay. Right. Okay. The next question. In what ways do you experience gratitude for or with or as God? Gratitude. Justin and I support each other, one or the other of us. We're given an experience, and fairly quickly we thank the angels. Most recently, we watched a movie called The Fundamentals of Caregiving, which just touched our hearts. It's about a man who's a caregiver for a young man who's living with the effects of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And the man's never been a caregiver. And the giving of the care turns out to be love. Justin.
We experience gratitude, as Nancy says, pay attention to what's happening. And no matter what happens, because we expect God's guidance all the time. So we're always open to it. So when something happens, we turn around and say, divine order. I mean, that's our way of saying thank you, because everything works out because we're not trying to tell God what to do. We're listening for the guidance, and we don't worry about it because we know we're in good hands. So no matter what happens, it always ends up beautiful. And we just say it's divine order. Thank you.
Oh, and before we move to Carolyn, we came across recently a simple statement that prayer is listening and loving. Carolyn?
Thank you, guys. What everybody's saying is just so wonderful, inspiring. So I experience so much more gratitude the more often find myself dropping in. Like, I don't know what your word was, Justin, but my word is drop in. I try to catch myself and remind myself that I'm with the divine at all times, and the divine is me and within me. And my gratitude is connected to that, because just being grateful for a breath, the simplest things, and we're also worried about everything in life and what's going to happen, but the simple things like just peace and breath and joy and smiles and smells and flowers and trees and the nature that Violet mentioned for her walks. I know I'm rambling, so I'll let whoever goes next, but thank you.
Maria?
Um, I think gratitude for me is prayer, and because what I'm asking for already exists in God. So I think that gratitude, being thankful, is huge. It's just huge. Ray.
Gratitude is always with us. There's always something to be grateful for. And I just think it's good to acknowledge that. And I think that
Excuse me.
gratitude spawns more, let's call it abundance.
Nancy?
Gratitude is obviously thanking God for everything. It's also looking outside and seeing how many different shades of green there are, and especially where I live, to see the crocuses coming up and being grateful and thankful that life is returning to this part of the woods. It's all of the above. Gratitude is our way of returning the love that God always gives us.
About two-ish more minutes, one-ish more minute. I know. About one more minute.
Nisa?
You guys are doing great. It's okay.
Thank you. I actively think of all the things I'm grateful for, but also there's times when I catch myself later saying, "Oh, that actually happened. Thank you for that. Thank you for that." So just that, you know. Sometimes I always say it's not always in sync where it happens and say, "Oh," and be grateful at the moment, but I try to catch myself later and say, "Hi, thanks. That was great." Gratitude is wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Violet?
I'm passing on this one.
Okay. Next question. In what ways do you express giving for or with or as God? Giving.
Can you repeat that, Jane?
Yes. In what ways do you express giving, capital G, giving, for or with or as God? Giving for, giving with, or as God.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Okay. Giving for or with God is saying yes when it's
All right,
good,
so I know not
good
everyone
for
probably got to
everybody
finish all the
involved,
questions.
including yourself.
Maybe. We probably got pretty close, but so let's go and let's take some time to share, and we'll go around. So just to know, every person at every table, every one of you in this room has a story to tell. You know, the events that we've lived through, our accomplishments, our disappointments, our hopes, our dreams, it's all part of each person's story. The stories we carry in our hearts and in our minds shape our experiences of life and create the lens that which we see the world through. We grow deeper in spirit and express more of our Christ consciousness when we open our hearts and the stories to others, and we receive their stories back. In listening and learning, we grow stronger together. So please, let's all take a moment of just a silent prayer of gratitude to each person today who shared some aspect of their story with you, and to those that have received and acknowledged what you have shared from your stories. Let's just take a moment. So, before we start to share, just think right now, what is one word that describes our experiences today? We're going to go around and we're going to share. Today, though, we're going to start with the Zoom folks because we usually end with the Zoom folks. So we're going to start with them, and we're going to ask if anyone wants to share. You don't have to share. You can just share one word about anything that helps with your experience. So we'll start with our Zoom folks. Whenever we can hear them, we just can't see them just yet. Don't worry.
Start. Okay, I'll start.
All right.
My experience was pure love.
Pure love, nice.
My experience was happiness.
Nice. Excellent. Anybody else on Zoom?
My experience was abundance.
Inspiration.
Nice.
Community and connection.
These are always great days for getting to communicate. Like, we actually get to connect with each other sometimes. Like, we always get to connect afterwards. Anybody else on Zoom? All right. Well, let's take it into the room, shall we? Let's go table by table. You don't have to share if you don't want to. Just a word that, a word that brought it up. What's the word that describes the experience today? We'll start with you guys.
Humor and joy.
Humor. Excellent. Table.
Gratitude.
Patience. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Larry. I'm the mic guy. Thank you, Larry, for bringing that up. That's a great idea. There you are.
That's what ushers are for. Just raise your hand so I can see.
Yeah.
Feeling comforted.
Gratitude and being patient.
A oneness with everyone.
Vulnerability. Oh, that was loud.
Yeah, sorry.
I scared myself.
Vulnerability, nice. Nice. Who else? Anybody else want to share a word? You don't have to, don't worry. All right. Larry, do you want to share a word?
I'm speechless.
You're speechless. All right, sounds good.
I was thinking of gratitude.
Gratitude, wonderful. All right, well, thank you all for being a part of this experience together with all of us. So now let's take some time. Let's get ready to move into meditation. Get comfortable in your seats as we take these words, spoken affirmations into this time. Allow these words to imprint on our hearts and in our minds. Take that time, get comfortable in your seats. Sit a bit taller if you want to. Scrunch down, just get comfortable. Close your eyes.
distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil.
Just breathe. Breathe deeply again. We allow our breath to carry us deeper into this now moment. To remain in the space of sharing and in connection. To lift the veil of our busy mind and error thoughts of separation. To affirm our oneness with each other and with all of life. To recognize the divine within our neighbor and to see that divine reflected back to us. We move into this time feeling closer to one another. And in that closeness, we have touched the divine. And as we move back into the music, the words, let the melody of our hearts intertwine, allowing us to carry all deeper into our hearts.
I want to know you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to see you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to feel you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to praise you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to love you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. Between me and my God, no separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil.
So take some time, let's bring ourselves back to the fullness of the space. Just open our eyes as we're ready. And so it is.
Thank you, everyone who contributed their time and talents to our Sunday celebration. Reverend Daybree, Ray, Chris, and Phil, Palani, David, Coy, Robin, Larry, Kim, Aaron, and anyone else who stepped in. Thank you. We really appreciate you. Will our usher please come forward? We would like to take a moment now to express our gratitude to all those who so generously share their abundance with Unity of the Keys. Please know that your gifts are very much appreciated, and through them, we continue to thrive and offer our spiritual understanding to the world. Unity of the Keys has both PayPal and Venmo accounts. The QR codes for these payment options are located on the screen. For those of you who choose this method of sharing your abundance with us, for just a moment, hold your gift to your heart or visualize your electronic gift. Bless this with your most generous love. Feel abundance and know God as our one source. Know that as we give, we do receive. Join me in our offering blessing. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, is what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, it can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. Oh, we are one. One loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, is what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let's be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
We gratefully accept and we bless this offering, knowing it supports our beloved Unity of the Keys and its mission. Please join me together. Thank you, God, for limitless abundance, the nature of the world. I trust in God. Amen. Unity of the Keys not only teaches tithing, we practice tithing. We share, that is 10% of our income each week, and we fully support each person on their own path of intentional giving. This week, our Licensed Unity Teacher Scholarship Fund and our Music Scholarship Fund are splitting the tithe of $472.34. The Music Scholarship assists members of our music team with travel expenses so they can attend the annual Empower Music Convention next September. And the LUT Fund helps members who may wish to study through Unity Spiritual Institute. A variety of excellent classes are held online. If you would like to further your spiritual education, please email us for more information about a scholarship opportunity. We bring back in our Reverend Daybree for an announcement.
Thank you, Aaron. And so we've had such fun over these last weeks, and concluding with today with Sacred Abundance. This is a great day to kick off our program for the summer for April, May, and June, and that's our Surprise Abundance program. And many of you have participated in this in the past. Larry has some brochures for folks, so you can fill them out if you'd like to join in. So what does this mean, this surprise abundance? Well, there are many in our congregation who practice tithing. That is, they give Unity of the Keys, they donate 10% of their income every single month or week or however they do that. And we are very, very grateful for that. We also understand that there are many people who are on the path, I say on the path to tithing, and we bless each person on their own path of intentional giving. So to even say the word tithe, I meant to ask Larry to go shut the door, lock the door so no one could run out the door, because it's a scary concept, this idea of tithing. And Surprise Abundance makes it fun. The Surprise Abundance program is asking you to tithe on your surprises, on your unexpected blessings. So someone takes you to lunch, you go to lunch with someone, and they end up buying the meal for you, and you go, well, that would have been, $25. 10% of that, mark that down. Next time at Unity, I'm going to give $2.50 more than what I usually give to honor that surprise abundance. Or I go to the store and there's something I'm going to pick up, and it's buy one, get one free day. Well, I saved $5. So 50 cents is going to go to Unity of the Keys. Now, does that 50 cents mean much to Unity of the Keys? Probably not. Does it mean much to you when you recognize the blessings, you recognize all the ways that you are being abundantly blessed, and you move that forward? Absolutely. It places us in that flow of the law of circulation so that we can participate fully in also receiving. As we give, so shall we receive. And so take a brochure, fill it out, look at it, see if it's something that you want to do. I love the Surprise Abundance program, especially since when I come to the Keys, everyone is so generous in treating me to meals. I keep a little tab on my phone so that I can write a check before I leave town. Look at the ways that you are unexpectedly blessed and pass it on. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Daybree. Well, join us next Sunday for our music service led by Chris Price. Chris and the music team will present a lesson called Refresh. Refresh means to supply something necessary for renewal, to invigorate and to restore hope. Of course, this will be reflected not only in the lesson, but in the great music. Now let us all sing our children in.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
We had a nice quiet morning this morning, talking about our inner strength and listening to our heart. The girls did nice pictures. And we had a little snack. Tallulah's, what does yours say? Can you tell us what it says?
Mine says the power of strength I am strong when I listen to my heart.
That's a good one. And if Evangeline, you want to hold yours up? That's super Evangeline with all that strength on the inside.
Let's bless the children. Children of light, we bless you. We see you loved, guided, and protected by God's presence. For prayer chaplains today, who do we have? It looks like we've got Tricia and myself. If you want one-on-one prayer, you can ask either Tricia or myself for prayer. We will be happy to pray with you over a concern of your heart, or maybe your heart's just overflowing with joy, connecting with you in the prayer room or in the sanctuary. And let's all stand in place for the peace song and prayer for protection.